Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. In today's video we're taking a look at the final member of the Magic Square Combaticons. This is the MS-07 Space Shuttle. Changes from Space Shuttle to Robot and back. Very much been looking forward to this. Very mixed reviews so far. General consensus is they like the figure but they don't like the combined mode, and it has its flaws. I'm going in open-minded. It's a bit like Rotten Tomatoes, isn't it? Going into a film with an empty opinion. Got a nice shuttle on the back there. We've got the tech spec. Now it is a bigger box than usual because he comes with the Bruticus legs and hands as well. Very much looking forward to getting these all on and built. I will do that in a separate review. We will have a Bruticus review. Today is just going to be about Blastoff, but my goodness me, look at these. This is what causes a lot of people the issues, although mine's got some scuffs on. That's interesting. Look, fresh out of the pack. Interesting. But yes, this is an abdominal crunch, which seems to be causing a lot of people issues due to the tightness. That's annoyed me. But anyway, look at this. Look, oh, really, really nice, chunky joints, fabulous. And here we have Blastoff in all of his glory. He looks sensational. That is a gorgeous representation of Blastoff. Now I know cartoon accuracy, he meant to have those kind of grayed out eyes. I would have preferred a little bit of a shade difference just on his visor, but that's a very, very clean bot mode indeed. Gorgeous looking piece. Love how he holds that pistol. The colours on him are sensational. Maybe I should have checked and chosen the better Decepticon insignia, but all in all, I think that's exactly what you need from your Blastoff. These figures look so good. Just look at that. That is one of the best looking team of bots I've ever seen. They look sensational. Fantastic scale as well. Really scale well with the likes of the X-Transport Constructicons. I mean, that is a lot of good Decepticons right there. Now, Fans Toys bots do look good with these as well, but they are much taller. They're kind of on par with Onslaught, and they all look bigger. Some of you might like your construction vehicles to be bigger bots, which does make sense, but to me, my bigger bots are kind of the likes of Megatron, and the rest are maybe like the lead of the combiner teams like we have here with Onslaught, or we have there with Motormaster as well. Those to me should be the bigger bots, and I like the X-Transport has kind of given us all this kind of same scale with their Constructicons. But it's each to their own. It's your own preference, and I think it's fantastic that we have so much choice right now. And of course, what Combaticon collection is complete without a Starscream to build them? This is the MP44 Starscream. Obviously, if you did choose to go with the DS Seekers, they are taller, nearly kind of on par with Onslaught. To me, this is a good scale. This is the MMC take on the character. Again, a good figure, but just not for me. I really do love this kind of cartoon aesthetic, and yeah, slightly miss when it comes with the MMC, but they are integral and everything is built in, so there's that really nice kind of twist on what they do. Right, now getting up close and personal, see what I mean about those eyes? It's always like they just need a hint of shading or something in there just to set them off. Up, down, left and right, out to the side, rotation on there, bend on there. There's upper bicep rotation. There's actually a pivot that comes out as well for that arm. There's a double jointed bend on the elbow. There is a rotation and fully articulated hands coming down to the waist. There's a rotation in there. There's an abdominal crunch. Legs can come this far forwards, this far back, out to the side, like that. That's really tight clearance, but it works so well. Nice bend on that knee. Just pop this back in. Whoop. And then come around to the feet. There is pivot on those and some rotation on the toe, but that's kind of all you're going to get with the feet there. But you get a nice wide stance, really nice little tiny ratchets here. The transformation to shuttle mode, we're going to start by rotating this arm so the screws face forwards, and then we're going to rotate the lower arm back around like so. You want to open up the hands. We don't normally do this, we don't normally open up hands, but for this we do. We're going to open up the inside of this section here, and this piece here is also going to come down, and this is going to rotate upwards like so, and then this piece here is going to come untapped. There we go. That's going to come out. And if you look here, when this closes back off, there is a gap in here for the hands to go in. And the finger's all clear, and that just tabs in here. And then this is going to come out and tab in nicely on there. This section here is going to come untabbed and come to the back of the arm. This is then going to come in, and there's a tab here that lines up with, come on. There we go. And then this is going to come up, this lifts, and that comes up. And from this position, untab the front, the arms are going to fold down like so. That allows us to be able to get everything up and out of here. I love how everything folds, everything has a place here. Rotate this around like so, so that when we bring it up, that's going to form the top of the shuttle, and I can just push in like so. With this arm here, this section comes up like so, and this section here is going to fold out and out, and then we've got a nice little wheel piece there for the bottom of the shuttle. And when we bring these up into the center, put this piece up first, because if you look, there are some tabs which slide in, and that's going to help that all secure into position. Plug that in, then tab the top panel in, and then this piece here, whoop, and then push and close off this lower piece here. That really tidies up. And now we're gonna start unfolding everything basically. You got these little hinges here. We're gonna start at the top end here, and these legs basically just completely unfold. Do you remember those old origami kind of transformers where you'd make them out of folding paper? Well, apparently now we have them made out of folding plastic. There's a lot of folding to be done here. Basically, it's a matter of tabbing all of these sections here. It's actually pretty intuitive, and it actually flows quite nicely. When you start, but my issue is it's hard for me personally to capture it all on camera, and obviously that's what I want to do. I want to show you everything that I'm doing, but we have this section have this section underneath here. That's going to unfold as well, and that's going to unfold as well, like so. And then that's going to flip in to the center. Like so, we'll come back to that. That's going to form the kind of inside of the leg. Flipping this round, this comes up. And this is going to come all the way down. This is going to open up like so. This comes out. And as we're bringing this out, bring this section here out as well. And so it goes all the way up like this. And then you want to come into this, make sure it's all the way down. This is going to extend outwards. Untab this piece here. This is going to slide. This is going to come back down and tab in to the next port. This is going to come back around, and that's going to form the thruster. And then this is going to basically collapse down. You don't want to do it on both hinges. It just kind of comes down to, let's see where we are, about that point. So it's a right angle. And will that line up? Does that look about right? Yeah, that'll be about right. So it tabs in here on the leg, and then here at the top. So let's tab that back in. It's going to come over and push and push and push like so. Oh man, come on. Come on, too many tabs. Like I said, it is a gorgeous piece, but the origami folding, there is a lot involved. Now, that was a lot of paddle folding. You can then push these last tabs down to secure that all in and lock that off. You don't need this one on the top anymore. There we go. And this, yeah, it's just going to come in. Tab, tab, push and secure. There we go. Oh man, come on. So close, so close. There's a lot of panels here. There we go. That just tabs in like so. And there's your shuttle mode. This is what you should be looking at underneath. Really nice and clean. Look at that. That is actually a gorgeous shuttle mode. I believe that's what we should have at the back. I haven't watched the reviews on it. So this is my take on the transformation. No doubt if MGo's done it or TM reviews, watch theirs. Theirs will be nice, straightforward. I just didn't want any bias. I wanted to just genuinely tell you how I felt about the figure. That's a lot of panel folding, but my goodness me, is that a gorgeous shuttle mode, isn't it? And here we have him alongside Vortex as well. Very different scale. The shuttle would be huge compared to Vortex. I think that scales quite well with Perceptor. Can you imagine if that was MP Perceptor? That would be Great. You see, I did flip this section over here. That's what we had that tail fin plugged in. Forgot to do that. It flips over. And I've also added some Decepticon insignias just on the wings and on the top there. But that is a gorgeous alt mode. Now to get him ready for the transformation, you want to bring this section down, untab the wing from here. So that's going to come out of the way, that's going to come out of the way. This is going to untab, like so, that'll fold down. This piece here that holds this together, that'll come untabbed, like this. And we want to just disengage these sections. This is all going to pull apart again. There we go. There. This section comes off, and as before, this is going to close down and slide back into that void. The lower section of the leg disengages, and this whole piece here is going to slide forward. Before we do that, let's just fold this little bit in here, because otherwise he will get in our way in a little bit. So fold that out. And this is going to come along, and you see there's this tab on the leg. Bring that up so that that lines up with that hinge. You want to fold the thruster back around, untab this piece here, like so, so that this can collapse. This is then going to come back around, flip, rotate, and square off. This closes off. And this here is going to slide along, and again there is a tab here and this tab here that's going to line up. He says, come on, don't show me up. There we go. That's lined up, and this comes up and over, and from this angle here this is going to clip and tab in to this back wall here, like so. This straightens up, this comes around, and there's a tab just on the back here that just slides in. This is all going to square off and tab in. There is an extra tab in here which you want to slide up, and that basically helps us when we slide this and this in. That is going to lock into position. So let's do that now. Oh, one, like so, and do the same with this side. Two, and then we are going to push and secure this. Oh, come on. Oh, that's really stiff now. There we go. That's in, that's in. Another one there. Another one there, look there. Fold this wing panel piece over, and then this is going to come up, and you want to line that up. Now that's really tidied that up, hasn't it? Now I find it easier if you flip the landing gear up. We now need to bring this chest section here down. There is a locking tab just in here. If we turn that locking tab, come on, like, oh. So there, that locks the torso piece in here, so you don't use the robot's ab crunch. And whilst we've got this open, poke your finger through so we can poke out this top panel. Come on. Ah, there we go. Whew. There we go. Right, that's there. And this here opens up like so, and that's where we're going to slide the arm section in, So that is our joint. You slide it in and then we close this section back off, and that will lock that joint in. So we can close this panel piece here back off, tidy all this front section back up, make sure all of this is pushed in and locked in like this, and then tabs in to those pegs like so, and pegs like so. Look at that. And then now this here, that all stays locked in. Nothing comes untabbed. So there we go. I'm going to get this all prepped and get the rest of the combiner ready. And I will see you again when we take a look at Bruticus in his combined form. From myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.